Hey everybody, Chris G. Thanks so much for joining me. You know what today is? Tuesday, Tool, of course. So today we have another song from Anima, which thankfully you all are educating me on. Someone in the comments kindly wrote it's like John, but without the J. So Anima, Eulogy today. Can't wait to get into this. If you'd like to support the channel and check out these videos early on Patreon, you can do so. There's a link below. Check it out. Let's get to the video. Let's get to the music. I can't wait for Tool. No more announcements. Here we go. Wow. Lots of polyrhythms happening here, right? Hearing the triplets going on, hearing, extra layers kind of every 4 bars or so, it seemed like. I'd have to go back and count, but really cool, like just adding. And this is pretty different than other intros I've heard so far. So I'm digging this. Someone said to rewind just a little bit so we can get back into the groove. So I'm going to take that advice. If you guys don't like that, let me know below. But we'll try to do that so we don't lose the groove and kind of cruise through the tune. Yeah. I think that's Adam doing that there. That pulse. Oh, changed it already. Going back and forth there. Listen to Danny. Oh, nice. Got me in a trance. Oh, yeah. All right. So Maynard showing off a little bit of vocal range there. Those little bit of runs he's doing with his vocals, but that was probably like a 2-minute intro. That was just built and built and built. That was really nice how they built that. It was perfect. And then just kind of the riffs, just kind of giving you a little bit of taste of the riff, what's happening, and then just hitting it. Like, oh, love that. Check out this run by Maynard. Yeah. Oh, wow. love that rhythm. So it's like ba 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 bum ba da ba ba. It's that rhythm is really nice. They just add that little extra because they're going bum 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 ba da ba ba, right? So it's just changing that third listen. So it just changes it enough to catch your ears and have you be like, oh, what was that? That was different. That might have been the first time I've heard harmonies, but maybe I'm just so into Danny. Danny's playing and Adam and all whatever else is going on. But I didn't know if do the other, let me know below. Does the Justin or Adam sing harmonies as well, or is that just like Maynard doing some harmony? But that may be the first time I'm really hearing like true harmonies from the singing. Go. Bass. Gotta love Danny. You know what that noise sounds like? It sounds like one of those expandable and collapsible little plastic thing I think my kids play with in the pool. You all know the noise when you hear it. So eager to identify with someone above the ground, someone who seems to feel the same, someone prepared to lead the It's probably Adam doing something cool, but listen to that. That is so hard to do, what they just did. I can't even describe how crazy that is, that those transitions there. That is amazing. Just so cool. Yeah, Danny. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That was a long spin. Yes. Woo. Yes. Never disappoints. Tool, amazing. Eulogy on on that song over Stinkfist and 46 and 2, the two other songs I've done from this album. This sounds a lot more like Opiate EP. Now, the Opiate EP, you can check the full version of that out on the Patreon. If it's not already out on YouTube, I have no idea the timeline of these things. I'm just having fun. But I can definitely hear the angrier kind of grunge type of influence on this song, Eulogy, over the other two songs from this album, at least in my opinion. But still really cool, still amazing musicianship. They're, I know that all the musicians write their own parts, right? I understand that. And which makes it easier for them to play, but they still have to write these parts, and they're still actually pushing the limits of their musicianship to write these parts, which is also mind-blowing. And they're not using a click track. This is a metronome, okay? And what this does, for anybody who doesn't know, it keeps time, right? And it never will slow down or speed up, which is things that we use as musicians to make sure our time is really good. But all of these guys in the studio, no one's using a metronome. There's no click track. There's no nothing. They're all going off of practice and just hard work, and also being top level musicians. So I'm not saying they never use the metronome in their life, but they don't use it in the studio, which I think is great. I think a lot of the music I listened to from back in the 40s and 50s and 60s, they didn't use that either. And if you start a song, if you pick any song from back then, any jazz tune, you could pick Charlie Parker, John Coltrane, Dizzy Gillespie, Miles Davis. You could start a song, and then when they get to the end, you'll notice it's either sped up or slowed down. If you restart the song, it's going to be at a different tempo, which I like. And I heard an interview with Danny talking to Rick Beato. He also enjoys that because there's that push and pull of music, where it's pushing you, where it's pulling you, and it's not always perfect. We're not always, what's that word called? Quantized. We're not auto quantized, meaning like we're not perfectly set in these grids. It's kind of nice to have that push and pull and that give and take, because that's how we feel. That's what brings out emotion. I kind of went off on a little tangent here, but really enjoyed the song. Now I can put it on my Tool playlist and play it even more and more and more. It's getting longer. My Tool playlist is getting longer. Thanks so much for joining me again. And just remember, always positive, always progressing. Later.